Hi guys, I'm Clarke, and today we're having a look at the Browne Amplification Protein. Now before we get into it, please make sure you like and subscribe. It really does make a huge difference to the channel. So for those of you who don't know, the Protein by Browne Amplification is a dual-sided overdrive. It has a green side and a blue side. The green side is based on the Nobel's ODR1 circuit, while the blue side is based on the Marshall Bluesbreaker circuit. To start with, here is the clean sound. And here is the green side of the Protein. Now, what you'll immediately notice is I had to turn the level up a bit, so 12 o'clock is not actually a unity gain. That isn't a huge problem, but it does seem bizarre to me because what we'll get onto in a minute is the blue side of the overdrive actually goes the other way and you have to turn the level down. So it seems a bit strange to me that they're not level, but as you can hear, it is a beautifully balanced overdrive. You can get really from low gain right up to on the cusp of high gain, definitely mid gain tones, and it sounds really great across the board. You'll notice there that the facial expressions really started coming out around about 10, 11 o'clock. There's just something magic that happens there, and it just has this wonderful sweetness to the tone. The tone control behaves a little bit different to most tone controls. Those of you who are familiar with the ODR1 will know it's actually referred to as a spectrum control. Usually a tone control basically just controls the top end and allows you to roll it off or boost it. In this case, it really does affect the mids as well. If I roll it down now. It definitely darkens the tone, but it doesn't do what I usually find when you roll the toe down this much on an overdrive, where it completely loses all clarity. The clarity is there, it's just a warmer sound. If we go the other way. Similarly, it gets brighter, of course, but you don't get overly harsh like you often find. It just has an overall brighter characteristic to it. So it does seem to be affecting more than just that top end. Okay, moving on to the blue side. So I'll just leave it at 12 o'clock so I can show you that volume difference I was talking about. So I don't know if it's just the top end being very clear on this pedal or whether it's actually louder, but it definitely seems louder. So I find dialing it back to around about 10:30, 11 o'clock. Feels a lot more like unity gain to me. Now that does actually bring me on to one of my very few gripes with this pedal, which is that I find the blue side to be a little bit too bright, a little bit too much of that ringing clarity. Now I'm not going to say that is an actual problem with the pedal because I'm playing a Fender and I usually play Fenders, which are notoriously bright guitars. So this might be something that on a darker sounding guitar is actually very useful. You can combat it to an extent by rolling the tone down, but there is still some frequency up there which rings through. Again, there is a wide range of usable gain settings on this side of the pedal, just not quite as high gain as the green side. And as the pedal that this is based on is notorious for doing so, the gain is having a huge impact on the other settings as well. So you notice it got quite a lot louder when we reach the last part of the gain knob there. The real magic of this pedal is actually when you put the two sides together. So I find that the Blues Breaker side is usable on its own. You can definitely get some nice tones out of it, but it's not something that I would probably choose to use on its own most of the time. The green side, however, sounds phenomenal. What the blue side is brilliant for is adding to that. So I've just dialed in what I find is my favorite setting on this pedal. So I'll run you through the green on its own, the blue on its own, and then of course both together. Okay, so things I really love about this pedal is the way the effects obviously merge together. I think they really stack well. It has incredible build quality. This is a very, very solid metal construction. There is also an option to use a TRS to 2TS connections. That allows you to control each pedal individually from a looper. So you can just have the green or just have the blue rather than having both in the loop together. What I personally feel are drawbacks of this pedal, aside from the bright blue side, because again, I think that's a personal thing. What I do think is a shame is that they haven't included a switch to alter the order of the pedals. The green is always before the blue. Personally, I'd really like to try the blue before the green. The other thing is you have to press the switches very firmly. Don't get me wrong, they're incredibly high quality switches, but I find often if you press them, you'll think you've done it. Because they're clickless, you actually haven't. In any case, let me know what you think of the Protein down in the comments. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button, make sure you're subscribed and you've got the bell icon ticked to be notified of new videos. Have yourself a great day, and I'll see you next time.